Mingala Bashin, I'm Kimberly Phillips, bringing you the top stories for DVB. At least 21 Rohingya died when their boat capsized off the coast of western Burma on Tuesday morning, with scores more missing in the seas off the Arakan capital of Sittwe. The passengers were travelling from an IDP camp to a separate coastal market for Muslims in the Irrawaddy division. The market is an invaluable trade hub for the marginalised Muslim group, who are banned from trading with Buddhists in Sittwe's central market. The youngest victim was only 3 years old, according to advocacy group Burma Campaign UK. Over 100,000 members of the persecuted group remain confined to camps as a result of communal violence in 2012. Lawyers fighting a death sentence handed down to 2 Burmese men in Thailand have won extra time, after the window to lodge an appeal to the conviction was extended by 1 month. They say they are collecting hundreds of pages worth of testimony and forensic evidence that could prove the innocence of Windsor Tun and Zor Lin. In September 2014, backpackers Hannah Witheridge and David Miller were found murdered on the popular tourist island of Koh Tao. The 2 Arakanese migrants were found guilty and sentenced to death by a Koh Samui court in December 2015. The decision sparked outrage in Burma, with protests forcing the temporary closure of the Thai embassy in Rangoon and the Burmese embassy in Bangkok. The appeal deadline is now set for 23rd of May. Burmese journalists are no better off in their jobs in 2016 than they have been over the past 2 years. That's according to Reporters Without Borders. The French watchdog considered the strength of media rights in all the world's countries and ranked Burma 143rd in this year's Press Freedom Index. That's just one up from last year. Finland is the best place in the world to be a journalist according to RSF, while Eritrea is the most difficult place for reporters to work. Burma's stagnant spot on the list comes despite open reporting allowed on last year's general election. Last week, 5 journalists were released from prison after almost 2 years, but RSF says reporting on religious conflict has not improved. The Burmese women's national football team is gearing up for 2 blockbuster encounters with regional giants Korea. After a short break over the new year, the women are back on the training pitch in Rangoon. From here, it's a training tour to Japan, ahead of the Crunch Games against Korea in early June. The daunting schedule is all preparation for the 2016 ASEAN Women's Football Tournament, which will be held in Mandalay in December. Burmese star striker Kin Malatun said the team is ready for the challenge ahead. You can find these stories and more on dvb.no. Good night.